My name is Pregs Govender. I'm a writer and an educator who's worked in a range of different areas, from schools to university to the trade union movement to Parliament and the Human Rights Commission, and managed something called the Women's National Coalition. So I've brought both my writing and my teaching to bear at difficult moments, and to also raise awareness and sometimes incite what I refer to as insubordination against all forms of injustice. So I wrote a book called Love and Courage, which I did a second edition after the first edition. And it celebrates the power of love, courage, and insubordination, which I think Ellen Kuzwayo embodies. I'm inspired by the possibility of a world that is just and equal and peaceful, and in which there are human rights for all, so that that world can enable every child to fulfill their potential. I was very honored to hear that the University of Johannesburg's council had selected me as, to win the Ellen Kuzwayo Award. I had read Ellen Kuzwayo's book, Call Me Woman, when I was young, and I'd worked with her in Parliament after the 1994 elections. I think she is one of the ancestors of feminism in our country, because she brought together and had the courage to address both personal and political oppression, and to seek personal and political freedoms. I think that universities are powerful places to understand how to change our world. Our country has very high rates of inequality, poverty, and violence. And 25 years into our democracy, the lives of most people in South Africa are defined still by the apartheid spatial geography, so that every statistic of poverty, for example, goes through the roof in the former homelands, townships and informal settlements. Your students are from many of those communities. And so I know that students across the country, many of them are going hungry, many of them are homeless, and that impacts on what they can learn and how they can utilize their innate dignity, the power of the self, to work with others, to be able to create new and insightful solutions to the problems that our world faces and that they as individuals face. So I think that as we think about decolonizing knowledge systems, we need to both value scientific advances, but also to understand how we can learn from the wisdom of ancestors like Ellen and many others.